Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back to Strategic Command World War I. Empires in Turmoil, the Shadow of the Tsars scenario versus Balthazor Strategic Arcana. It is the rematch. We are playing the Whites, he's playing the Reds, and it's our 35th turn. And it should be October 1920, and yeah, it's coming to an end. We're marching in Moscow, and last turn we had kind of a breakthrough in the southeast from the Ryazan approach. Ryazan, I think so, where we kind of broke through. Now we just see tons of headquarters in Moscow. However, to the west they had still some defenses, so I guess they were going to reshuffle. It's not going to be that easy, but it feels like it's just a matter of time until we can take the city, which doesn't necessarily mean the surrender of any, but also the fighting spirit has been reduced heavily due to the approach to Moscow, so let's see. Also what the enemy has to offer still, there's of course the fights going on in the northwest, where he tried to push the northwestern fighting spirit out by destroying a couple of units. It's not, yeah, so this doesn't look well for us. Looks like the city would fall. What? What the hell? Okay, I thought they couldn't, okay, they can actually escape from here. Yeah. There's somebody in the back here of Dagger. How is interesting? Ah yeah, there was the one we cut off. And here we see if the enemy... Yeah, where is the defensive Moscow, guys? Holy moly. Is... What? Seems like he's giving up on Moscow, kind of? Okay. I mean, he might survive. I think we were kind of finished. Ah, so you tip off your caps as there. Well, when you do, to make sure all those British pounds don't fall out of them, okay. White Fleet Naval Infantry, yeah, the scoff, yeah. Which happens, we get our reinforcements, of course, yeah, these heroes here of the White Corps, of these White Marines, will not be forgotten. Definitely not. They're, yeah. They won't be forgotten. Let's keep it simple. Yeah, it was an idea, and then it was maybe too greedy to push over here. But in the end, you can also argue that they managed, in combination with this force, to bind like an entire army over here, or at least 4 divisions, 5 divisions partially. So, which is a good task, a good job in the end. So, here we've got to be careful here with the Northwestern Whites coming in at. Yeah, now low supply, and now it should be able, I mean, now they should be at, the value of should be low. That's the main advantage, because I think now it won't be at 5 in the next 2-3 turns. So I think these guys, it will be hard for them to operate out right now. I think they can only do it from Luga, but we'll see. Yeah, let's kick it off here north as always. I think I'm gonna come here this attacks on... Man. I think we actually here it doesn't look too promising. This is what I wanted to do. Just let's try to dig in. We don't even have supply 5 over here. Come on! Oh gosh, they can't even dig in over here, that's sad. Let's give them at least a shuffle. Yeah. We shall see how they're gonna, if they can survive these attacks here. Probably there's not too much strength with the enemy as well. I keep on pushing here. Nice. So with a little bit of luck, we might be able to push through at Narva actually. Here we're going to definitely counter-attack here. Yeah, Ostrov, it doesn't matter. We'd have to take out this one. Should have taken this division for this task. Okay. Here I'm going to attack where we can. Also, you really bad, but we'll get this core hit. Gosh. Yeah, well, if they don't want to break, they will not break. At least we gave them some damage. Put those guys in the position, and then we shall see from here what we can achieve next turn. I mean, in the end, it's just... It's just binding these troops here, these issues. Yeah, they took back the city, but in the end it doesn't really matter. As long as they're still over here now. This is insane, guys. What? They didn't even man Moscow. Can we... Oh no, this is the major city tile, but the Moscow... Wow. That's insane, guys. Do you have Danik in here and Rano? Yeah, I think in this case we're definitely gonna go for a direct attack. On how far can the tanks go? Not far. Sad, I want to march with the tanks into Moscow City. How are we going to do that one? I mean, Rizhev here... I don't know if taking Moscow will be 30%. I doubt it, to be honest. So I think we have to do more still. I mean, we can definitely start here with the units that have their preparation bonus. Oh, they're without any... Sorry, guys. That was badly planned by me, since the Ukrainians can't really help out here, but we gotta do what we gotta do. It's the unit that can basically just attack here, I think, these guys. We have to be a bit careful with the partisans later on, no worries, and we will. Nice, the Kubans here. Firing off the way. Let's get the units that have already attacked out of the way. So what are the Ukrainians going to do? I think Rizhev here, yeah, they gotta go north, logically. And I think the rest is gonna push in this direction, yes. Rizhev is still strongly defended, therefore the attack here. Not on the city itself. That's very nice, trying to push around. Just for security reasons, get some kind of defense here, perfect. Then these boys. Here. Okay. We can definitely take these parts of Moscow, that's okay. But I definitely want to attack, obviously, here the main city. For which we have to... Oh... There's proper defenses. Let's definitely take here these cities. And I cannot operate right now. I got distracted over here, but it's important. These guys ran out of supply. Okay, interesting. Yeah, these guys have to sleep here. That's okay. Czechs also need to sleep. That's fine. Okay. How are we going to attack these boys? That's from the run. Is there a chance we take Moscow immediately? It would be awesome. Do we have... I didn't check, there's of course the river from this side, so actually the attack from this side is useful. Damn it. Oh, that's sad. for maybe this lowers the fighting value. Come on. Tech has been carried out already over here. Does have at least, this division has at least a experience. Damn it! Do we find there's not enough cores anymore to attack? No. Can we fight Moscow? Get them out of Moscow? That's the big question. We have to try at least, that's the idea. Now they don't even have a place to retreat anymore. Oh, this is a logistical nightmare. Doesn't look like if we can do it this turn. Oh, come on, now we can't really get them out anymore. Yeah, it was kind of expected. It was, or is kind of expected, and it's force march this core here to the city. So at least it's... At least we can fully isolate them already. We won't get anybody in there right now. No chance then. These boys. Well, that doesn't look good for Moscow for next turn. Okay, we gotta be careful again, or not, I'm not sure. Do we have reinforcements? Not at all. Do we have to be so careful anymore? I definitely... Okay, let's see what we can do with our other troops in the end. We lost all of the cores in the fight. Wow, it has been bitter fighting. That the enemy has been fighting us very hard. That's something we have to acknowledge. Come on, yeah, I shouldn't have forced marched him in, that was my fault. There, we need one. To be honest, we have... Here, Aurel, we need somebody. Tula here needs somebody. I mean, yeah. I feel like here's everything covered. Up here also. Yeah, looking good, guys. I mean, in the end, I think there needs to be, right now, if the enemy wants to achieve something else, then the current state of them needs to be wonder, so I feel like... Uh-oh. Perfect. I think partisans are covered. Yeah, it looks like it's the main job has been done. I mean, we definitely, there's no way he's gonna resolve this or get units out of Moscow. I feel more like he retreated actually, and with all remaining stuff in this area wants to punch us somewhere for some prestige success, maybe hitting the northwestern whites, getting them out of the war. It's something I might have done. Okay, let's hope that they will survive here. That's at least would be my thinking, I think. So just to get some honorable success. Yeah. I mean, let's see if they will surrender immediately or not after we seize Moscow. I'm not sure. The Don Cossacks. Yeah, let's get some reinforcements. Riflemen from Ukraine. Here we go. And some more Estonians. Wonderful. They will definitely help us. The remaining question, shall we invest in something? Potentially yes, because we can. Northern Whites, stay. Yeah. Okay, let's get our naval infantry back. Since we were missing them so hard. And just for fun. And this is just for fun, really. I'm not with the Northern Whites. Are they building a recon bomb already? Ah, yeah, we do. Then let's also get a plane. So they will shiver if they see our air force incoming. They will deserve another division. Worst case, they cover partisans. And here with the Southern Voids. Yeah, you could argue there's lots of reasonable things. Wow. Did we lose a war for the Ukrainians? We still don't have. Oh, now I wanted to buy an armored train, but they're too expensive. Okay. Militia somewhere. Let's just do something. In the end, it's really not relevant anymore. And here with the Northwestern Whites, is there more stuff to be bought back? They don't have naval infantry. No, I was checking if this is something they could do. Okay, guys. Alright, then. September, the siege of Moscow has started. That's way easier than I thought. After the strong lines, I thought we were having a hard time, but then we had this breakthrough and basically there was nothing left. That was a hard gamble of this, I think. Yeah. British pounds are everywhere. No big surprise if they keep dropping. Okay. Alright then. Let's hope for the best for potential events or something. If there's anything related to, oh my god, they took Moscow city. Nah. Infantry warfare 2 for the Southern Whites. Now they're the strongest units possible in the game. Beautiful. No events, unfortunately, but that seems to be it. So, yeah. It's coming slowly to an end. I hope you still enjoy it or having a good time with us. Let us and me know down in the comments what you think and your thoughts, ideas, congratulations, condemnations, or ideas for the future. Everything's welcome. Let me know. And of course, if you haven't yet, it would be simply fantastic if you leave both me and Balthazor likes and subscriptions. Thank you so much for that. And then most importantly, see you next time in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.